Thank you. It's tough, dude. Cafe. Thanks again for your 62.50. All right, story time. Ready? So here's what happened tonight. So I went back to that same restaurant. All right. So I went back to that same restaurant that we went to the other day. I had the pizza, and I had a piece of pizza in the salad bar again. I walk in, and so I'm thinking to myself, okay, so I was there Monday, and a lot of people like recognize me for the wait staff, whatever. So maybe they'll recognize me, but I doubt anyone's gonna recognize me just actually eating there. So I walk in, and one of the bus boys, he was a kid that was in my chat yesterday, actually. I was talking to him for a little bit, and he took a picture with him, et cetera, et cetera. So here's where this gets interesting. So I walk in to our room where we're going to be seated, and I see a whole room. I would say 30 people, 30 to 40 kids. I'd put them around 13 to 16 years old, all male. It's it's like a team. It's some sort of team, right? And so I walk around that corner, and I think to myself, I'm definitely going to get recognized here because I'm so famous, of course, chat. So I sit there for a little while, right? I'm eating my dinner with my family. The whole time, I know. Trust me, dude, I'm Timthetatman. I know what's going on. So I'm just sitting there, and, I'm just minding my own business, drinking my water, and they do some speech thing or something like that, and then the soccer team, they start to leave, right? And then they all walk by me, and not one person said anything. And then the waitress was the same lady as last time. She goes, "Wow, I guess you're not as famous as you thought." And I said, "What?" No, I'm actually kidding. So here's actually what happens. So you thought, chat. So here's actually what happens. So it is the same waitress as last time, by the way. But so the kids start to walk by, but then a lot of them are kind of hanging back, and they're kind of just standing in the room, and they're just like, and that's all I hear. And Alexis tells me, she's like, "I think those kids recognize you." And I say, "Why do you think that?" And she says, "I'm pretty sure they're recording you right now." And so I look over, and they're just kind of with a phone like this, but I don't know if they're recording really, but they're just kind of holding it like this. And it's like, I don't know. So here's what I do to break the ice, because like literally 20 of them are standing there. And so here's my breaking of the ice. Ready? Here's what I say. "Do you know who I am?" Actual sentence that comes out of my mouth. I didn't want to deliver it that way, but that's how it got sent. So I just kind of hit him with it. And it wasn't like aggressive. It wasn't like, "Yo, do you know who I am?" It was kind of like, "Hey, so like, do you guys know who I am? Is this awkward?" And they go, "Yeah." They were like, "Wait, you're Tim?" I was like, "Yeah." And the kid goes, "Timthetatman?" I'm like, "I don't know any other large Tim with a balding hairstyle other than me." But so I'm like, yeah, it's me. And so they're like, "Dude." And so I started talking to all the kids. And so I'm like, "Yo," because my dinner was coming. I was like, "You guys want to like get a picture or something like that?" Just because sometimes when I meet people, they like forget, right? So like I've had people like tweet me later, they're like, "Bro, I forgot to get a picture with you." So I was like, "Yo, do you guys want like a photo or something? I mean, if not, it's cool, don't sweat it. But if you want, we can take a photo." And so they're like, "Yeah, dude, yeah." So in my head, here's what I'm thinking, right? It's 20 kids. Here's what I'm thinking. We're just gonna take like a group squad photo, squat up, and then like, I can go eat my pizza. But then I realized they wanted individual photos. So I took 20. so I took 20 selfies, and they just kind of got in a line. And this is all happening in the middle of the restaurant, by the way. So not only is this just like there's a lot going on here, but like now everyone in the room is like, "Who's this guy? And why is everyone lining up to take a picture with him?" So now I'm taking selfies with the kids. And then by the end of it, their coach is like, "Hey, do you guys want a group photo? That'd probably be easier." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do that." And so we took, so after I took the individual photos with them, then we took the group photo. And then I was like, "All right, yo, peace out. Take it easy. It was nice to meet you guys." And they went on their way. So here's where this gets even more funny. So that happens. Another waitress comes over, and she goes, you're Timthetatman?" And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "My boyfriend loves you. Can I get a photo?" I'm like, "Sure." So I take a picture with her. And now here's where this gets very interesting. So like apparently all the staff there know who I am now. And so now this is the interesting part. So I'm sitting down, I'm eating. It's been about, I'd say 5 minutes, right? It's been about 5 minutes since all the kids have gone, maybe 10. And I'm sitting there and just enjoying my meal. And then a kid just comes walking up behind me, and he's kind of out of breath. He's like, "Excuse me, are you Timthetatman?" And I said, "Yeah." And I go to shake his hand, and he's cold. And then it dawned on me that one of the kids on the soccer team must have like told their friends, "Yo, Tim's at this restaurant right now. Just go over there. He's there." So then it dawns on me that they're texting each other that I'm there. And so this kid, his name's Dan. This was the only name I got the whole night. His name's Dan. And he like must have just came there because I was there. And he just like, so he just walked into the restaurant, shook my hand. I signed a deck of cards he had, and he actually does card tricks. And he showed me one of his card tricks, which was very good, by the way, might I add. But overall, the night was very interesting. Very interesting. Good times. Stream snipe? Yeah, but it wasn't streaming. I was just chilling, right? So I'm Dan Smile. Know me. Know me. So yeah, so it's been pretty crazy, man. I've been to that rest. So like, because we really like the food there. And I would just like to say, I've eaten there before, like multiple times. And no one has ever recognized me there. But now all of a sudden, like that whole restaurant knows who I am now. So that's very interesting.